All right, let's dive into one of the most powerful but honestly often overlooked parts of your body, the thyroid gland.
You know that feeling, right? Some days you're just buzzing with energy, totally on fire. And other days, yeah, just getting out of bed feels like a monumental task. Well, what if I told you that the master switch controlling your body's speed, the engine, really, might be the key to all of it?
And yep, that master switch is your thyroid. It's this small kind of butterfly-shaped gland, just sitting right there at the base of your neck. But don't let its size fool you. Its influence is absolutely enormous. So how on earth does this tiny little thing run the whole show?
Okay, to get what the thyroid is all about, you've got to know the three key hormones that make everything happen. It's kind of like a super tight chain of command. So it all kicks off in your brain with TSH, which stands for thyroid stimulating hormone. This guy is the messenger. The pituitary gland sends it out with a really simple command for the thyroid, basically shouting, "Hey, get to work," or, all right, let's slow things down a bit.
Now, when the thyroid gets that signal from TSH, it gets to work and produces its main product, T4, or thyroxine. Think of T4 as, well, it's kind of like a storage hormone. It's this big reservoir of potential that just circulates all through your body, kind of waiting for the call to action. And this is the active player, T3. Your body takes that T4 from the reservoir and converts it into the superactive T3. T3 is the one that actually goes up and knocks on the doors of your cells and tells them how fast to work. It's what controls your metabolism. So here's the bottom line. T4 is the potential, but T3 is the power.
So how does the system not just fly off the rails? It's all about this perfect, elegant feedback loop. The brain sends TSH, the thyroid spits out its hormones, and then the level of those hormones in your blood acts like a signal back to the brain, telling it to either send more TSH or ease off. It's literally like a thermostat in your house, constantly adjusting to keep things just right.
But what happens when that thermostat breaks? Well, that's when you get into two main issues. Hypothyroidism, where the thyroid is underactive, and hyperthyroidism, where it's, you guessed it, overactive.
And honestly, the hormone levels tell you the whole story. If your thyroid is underactive, that's hypothyroidism, your brain is basically shouting for more hormones. So your TSH is way up, but your T3 and T4 are low. On the flip side, with an overactive thyroid, your body is just flooded with T3 and T4, so the brain starts whispering. Your TSH levels get super low as it tries to get everything to just slow down. But it's not always that black and white. Sometimes, the only clue that something's off is a slightly high TSH level, even when T3 and T4 look totally normal. This is called subclinical hypothyroidism. It's like an early warning sign that the whole system is just working way too hard to keep things balanced.
So why should you care about all this? Why does it matter so much? Well, because that tiny little gland creates a massive ripple effect across your entire body. We're not just talking about numbers on a lab report here. This is about why you might feel sluggish or why you're having trouble concentrating. It can even impact major life goals like starting a family.
I mean, this one statement from the research really says it all. We're not just talking about one or two organs here. Thyroid hormones are absolutely fundamental to how nearly every single cell in your body works. Let that sink in. Every cell.
So where do we see this influence? Well, everywhere. Your cardiovascular system, your metabolism, bone density, your mood, reproductive health, it's all connected. It's even critical for fetal and childhood development. Its reach is, no exaggeration, body-wide.
Okay, let's drill down a bit. Take your heart, for example. An imbalance can mess with your heart rhythm and blood pressure. What about your bones? Abnormal TSH is linked to lower bone density, which can lead to things like osteoporosis. It's also tied to menstrual irregularities and fertility outcomes. Even your liver isn't safe. It can lead to fat buildup and inflammation.
But here's the thing. It's not a one-way street. The thyroid isn't just barking orders. The body and even the world around us talks back to the thyroid.
Yeah, think of your thyroid as this super sensitive listening post. It's constantly picking up signals and responding. And these signals fall into a few big buckets: your general health, your lifestyle choices, the environment you're in, and even what stage of life you're at.
For example, we know that getting really sick, like with COVID-19, can throw the thyroid off. There are also clear links to chronic conditions like obesity or PCOS. And then there's your lifestyle, right? Things like doing shift work, not getting enough good sleep, or even extreme fasting. All of that sends signals that can change your thyroid hormone levels.
And it's not just internal stuff, external things.
like exposure to certain environmental pollutants or radiation, can also get in the way. And of course, there are the big natural life stages, things like aging and the massive hormonal shifts that happen during and after pregnancy. They all have a huge impact on that delicate thyroid balance.
This is a great example of that lifestyle connection. The research is super clear. TSH levels, remember, that's the signal from the brain, are way higher in people who work shifts compared to people on a regular 9-to-5 schedule. It's a perfect illustration of how our daily routines are in direct conversation with our endocrine system, which is basically the body's entire hormone network.
So as we start to pull this all together, the biggest thing to remember is this. Your thyroid is not some static, set it and forget it part of your body. It's a dynamic, super responsive system that's in constant conversation with everything, the rest of your body and the world you live in.
And when you get right down to it, this whole huge, complex system of regulation, it all boils down to those three key players we met at the beginning: TSH, T4, and T3. It's just a simple trio working together in that elegant feedback loop, holding all the power to speed up or slow down pretty much everything your body does.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. We know the thyroid is always listening for signals. It's waiting for instructions. The real question is, what is your lifestyle telling it?